Bro, whoever was their tracer.
Consti?
Yeah,
You
so-
slept in Helix combos so many times, it was insane.
Yeah, he really hated Joanna. He was so tilted at Joanna.
Yeah,
That's
so
awesome.
you guys on Red Serpents, knowing you guys are going to play against Region, like how confident did you guys feel against them, playing against them?
Well, if Kabish wants to say, I was actually I'm part of Region as the main Hitchkin. I'm subbing in for the Red Serpents while my
whatever.
own team has a sub. So, you know, I think I gave him a little bit of an advantage, just a little bit, you know?
Totally.
Against my own team.
Little push.
Definitely. No, dude, you were definitely
Just
not
like that,
expecting
the
us to go to the
main
finals.
Yeah, so who on Region gave you guys the most problems?
I'd say it was probably Consti. Being in the back and always in our back line. We had a couple fights where he was just like in our back line, and it was me and my Ana fighting him, and he would just blink around
his
like
soldier was
random
strong.
points.
It was like,
Yeah.
could I sleep him or could he finish me? That
Yeah.
was like the only trade. That was really hilarious.
Like there's a team fight going on, and Consti was just in the back giving our Ana hell.
Hey, but at least I took it to him there.
Oh, and Gal, since you're here, dude, your Widowmaker was PogChamp, dude. Your Widow and Ana, PogChamp. Really strong.
I probably would have favored Ana a little bit more on this. My Widow's... I still only got to play her like once on the opening phase of Hollywood, so that was fun.
On Hollywood,
Yeah.
it seemed really good. Gave your team a lot of openings. So, now I'm gonna ask some Ryujin a few questions. What was your plan against Haxor? Because everyone saw Haxor as like the dominant DPS player. So what was your plan against him?
We know him pretty well, so we know the things he's good at and what he's not good at. So that's his one disadvantage, is that we knew that his Pharah is really strong, so we just needed to try and shut that down as quick as possible. And so is his Tracer as well, but yeah, it was just mainly just trying to focus him as much as we possibly can when he was on those heroes, just because we know, we've seen up close how much he can annoy teams.
No, so especially the Tracer. Like the Tracer's like really hard to deal with, and I know he's EU as well, right? But like the game was on NA servers, and trying to deal with a Tracer, like when you're like it's like playing through jelly when you're bad thing, and you're just like, oh, I'm getting rolled.
Are you guys playing in the EU Open tournament, by the way?
Yeah.
We should.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't worry, I already got that set up.
I'm still gonna play you guys. Feels bad, man.
Yeah.
It's a lot to send for me. Okay, so what for like everyone? Like, why did Horizon end up tie? Like, you guys both did pretty bad on defense. But, like on attack, you guys did really well. So
Yeah.
like, why did Horizon try out so well?
If I could chime in here, I'll probably have to say that it was mainly due to like we were playing musical chairs with our hero swapping. Like it was like
Yeah,
okay, grab
it was
Bastion,
pretty
and then they
bad.
grab Bastion. Like it was just constant cycling to try and get the counterplay in the entire match. So
Yeah, I
it
noticed
mainly
that.
came down to like it just kind of
Yeah, ult
boggled
combo
down
seemed
to-
pretty bad.
yeah. So our
I think
offenses were
Ult combo seemed pretty bad
explosive.
there.
Yeah, there's a couple of questionable ult used by both sides.
There were some
I think
funny
that map is
mistakes
just
made by a
really
couple
bad
people.
though. I think that map
Yeah,
is really
yeah,
bad.
I would agree with
Horizon is
Goldie,
broken
yeah.
for
I
the
would
attacking
agree.
group.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
That's
I
like
think
broken.
Tasking was actually insane. Yeah,
I
Tasking
think
lasted forever too.
the Ruben's the camp to the corner track on the second point was what got us a nice easy win there. Easy
Yeah.
like because everyone just sat in that corner, a
it
grab,
was a
nano
fat
blade,
grab.
just wiped that quickly and clean.
Yeah, so
And
I
then
think
and then
I think that
defense
match is just
strategy.
really bad because
Yeah,
like
it is,
if you-
Goldie.
It's like
Once
you
you-
have to
once
drop
you
off of
win-
high ground
Yeah.
to touch point, and then you surrender it to the enemy team, which is just like an almost automatic loss if you have any hit
Yeah, you-
scan on the high
You
ground.
guys were
Yeah.
holding up on high ground, and we just ran right by you on the point, and then killed everybody as they were walking on.
They come down, yeah.
How
Yeah.
split you guys were on that map
Also-
as well.
Yeah,
Like, as
it
the
was-
diva player for the team, trying to focus down the Pharah and the soldier at the same time is so fucking annoying.
Yeah.
I'm so tired now because I had to, like, you're just in the air, ulting. I have to fly to kill you, then I have to come and kill the soldier who's also ulting.
I think
That's my head in.
the Pharah
it was pretty bad.
So I think
complicated
I
at
have
points.
only one more question. So, how do you guys think the Moira and the Mercy changes are affecting the meta?
Oh yes.
How do you think the meta's gonna be now?
I think the new
That's what we
changes
have to
will
say.
probably. What I'm predicting is either it's going to be a Moira Lucio thing or it's going to be a Moira Ana thing because again it's still about attrition warfare, which is just slowly boggling down and like chipping away at people's team health. So I still think that Mercy has a place, but I feel like Moira, when she starts to really get powerful and when she starts to come out the meta and everyone's figuring out the
I
team
think,
count for it, so much healing.
As well as what thing is this? If we played it in scrims, it's super strong. Her long range beams being able to do damage from pretty much anywhere in the OR map, and her healing being so high. Especially, I think Moira is going to be used more as a main healer rather than Mercy, due to
I've seen
just how much heals she can output. Maybe
I've seen Mercy less.
Yeah.
I've seen Mercy less, especially in this tournament where people are bringing out Ana because trying in for these clutch reses, like a Reinhardt will charge you or get you or blade you immediately when they see you trying for that res.
Yeah,
So
that
I've
was
seen
amazing.
Mercy
the
really
res
good.
is
I think
Well, one
Mercy's
of
a
our
lot weaker
players-
now. And
Yeah,
I think
only
Mercy,
value-
yeah.
Her only value in her res is if like the enemy team has a Widow and it's like behind a Reinhardt shield and she doesn't
Yeah.
have to step out into the open, because if she does, say the Widow is still standing there, it's like another headshot. So it's
Yeah,
very
I
easy to
agree.
counter her res now.
I think
Well, we're
I think
pretty
Ana
set on
Moira
Moira
on
anyway.
payload. I think Ana Moira on payload would be more meta because
Yeah.
they're both.
Speaking of
insane,
payload,
and
you
then,
guys like our African chat?
what the Bastion one?
what, the one with the Farah.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, but I say because we knew that you guys wanted to run the Bastion, so we just had to run like Junk and then like the Soldier. I can't actually remember how that map went at all. Like, wait, no, we didn't play you on Junker, did we? You played the
Yeah,
other
no,
guys on Junker.
yeah.
No, I liked it. I was like, oh, that's absolute AIDS. It's horrible.
I know, I
Keep
wanted
having to
to.
Farah and
I won't be too
Imagine
just Baby
listening-
Diva on Route
I remember-
66 at the end, so...
I feel like I am hallucinating, but I remember getting a headshot on Consti on Junkertown. I thought we did
Speaking
play
of,
it.
I honestly kind of have to
remember.
wonder where like Ana with her new like damage kind of puts her at,
Oh
because
my god,
in the
Anna is
very
so much
beginning-
Oh,
fun.
Smink's going insane.
in the
He's-
new beginnings of this,
he's
when I
over
was in the
there.
very first parts of this tournament, when we were going against these teams, Farah's would just be so passive because I could get a pretty good track on the Farah, so she would like just try and go over the wall, back down, back up. So it was just like, I'm wondering if Ana is going to go back to that countering Farah meta that she was in season 4-ish.
Probably, but then at the same time, if you had like Winston, Diva, Tracer Pharmacy, like it's so hard to deal with because if you all jump the Ana, she can only sleep one of them. And like if you
Yeah.
fight
Yeah.
with the Matrix, the new Diva rockets, and like if Farah just doesn't even have to hit direct, just like a damage
Yeah.
amp splash and she gets deleted. Like she's good, but she needs like a ton of protecting. And like
That's
if she's
the fun
left
of this
alone,
meta.
sure, but you're gonna that completely dive her. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree. I think the Mercy's like the worst she's been for a while, and I think the Ana
Oh, yeah,
Moira will be more
definitely.
meta. But Mercy still
I
has a
think-
place in my eyes.
I think the Anna will be switched around a bit as well for maybe like a Lucio or Zen. But Moira
Yeah.
will start to becoming...
Yeah, I agree.
Just in
It's hard to
case different
tell
teams will run
what
different
teams are, yeah.
things.
It's hard
Different
to
teams will
tell
run
if we'll
different
go back
things.
to the speed dive meta or if we'll stay with this attrition res kind of meta. It's hard to
I
tell
think,
where this will really go.
I prefer the like divey meta rather than... Well, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
I'd
if
say
we
it's
might go back to
different.
triple take, I
teams
feel
will
we
do
might go back to
different
like triple take or something.
Yeah, I
Or
bet
just
that
so.
meta
basic
favors-
It's a possibility.
Aggressive teams, but the attrition meta favors more passive play in a way.
Yeah.
I think like on maps like King's Row, like I think Moira and Ana will be so strong that running triple tank will be better than running. Well, I mean, Dive's really bad on King's Row anyway. Yeah.
I think just
King of the
generally...
Hill.
I think... Wait, go for it.
King of the Hill, I think Dive will still be stronger. I think it'd be Lucio Moira or Lucio Zen, and then like you just play that
Yeah,
way.
I'm not sure about Moira with dive though. It seems hard because dive, everyone's everywhere. They're trying to get a pick. They're diving the backline. Moira can't really heal unless she chases. So it's
Like,
difficult when I was
if you
trying.
look
I
at it
feel
from
like if you
a-
think about it, yeah, she has an ability that's like Winston or like Tracer or Genji, where she has that little whatever it is, Wraith form ability, where she basically just
Yeah.
dashes right to her team. So I don't know. It could be a factor of how much is it important that Moira is moving around versus how much healing and damage sustain is she getting.
Well,
So
it depends on
Payno-
if you look at it from like a competitive view, like a pro view. Different teams will run different strategies depending on what the players are most comfortable with. So most teams will
Yeah.
still run a Mercy because of how many Mercy one-tricks and players have been acquired, like in this, like the current seasons, and they'll make it work with it. So people will just do it. But one of our support players, Wad, he's really, really good at Moira already, so we're pretty prepared for that.
And I think Moira's actually good in dive because like you are like from like patches and scrims and stuff. If like your dive all dives the same person, you throw like the damage orb or whatever or the healing orb, depending on like what your team wants, and like they just get like healed or they get like damaged by that like purple orb thing she throws out, and they get like deleted where they don't even realize that the orb's hurting them.
Yeah, it's such a quiet noise. You don't even realize you're being like siphoned off of all your health. The stupid orbs flying around.
Both of you guys are playing in the GM League, right?
I don't know
I'm not sure
about
about
us.
Radiation, but
If
Yeah.
Amateur's here, he wants us to go to the other league in Plus League.
I got it.
He wants us to go to Plus League.
Yeah.
So
that's
we can give
really
some other
way
teams
better, yeah.
for a chance. Which we don't have a problem doing.
They're such a dominating team right now, so... yeah, so I think that's it. Good game, guys. It was really
good
fun
game, guys.
casting.
and
Oh,
Jesus.
good game.
Yeah.
I say, my favourite thing is like Hax was sitting there like, oh, I'm all washed up, and then he does that against us, like, yeah, alright,
I'm
understood.
washed up, hello?
Yeah, he was supposed to wash that card, and then he does that, yeah,
Dude,
sure,
out of,
fair
like,
enough.
you say
crazy
Hex did that to
sleeps.
you, but I had triple gold every game. What?
No, exposed.
No, 120,
I
Soldier
don't
20,
matter.
where's the map?
Medals don't matter, hello?
Alright,
Oh,
alright, Hex, alright.
Where is the medal?
GG's.
Yeah, it's not problem. You know.
Oh man,
Have a good
I just
night.
loved the sleeps. All the sleeps in the world.